Hi, Libra Sun and Rising. Welcome to your May 2023 Astro Update. It's Raina here. So, we still are in eclipse season, and this time the eclipse is in Scorpio. I'm recording this shortly after the solar eclipse in the opposite sign of Libra, which is Aries, and that occurred on April 19th or 20th, depending on where you live. And there is going to be an eclipse in your sign of Libra in October, but we still have two eclipses with the signs that have been having eclipses the last year plus, which are the signs of Taurus and Scorpio. And so I'm going to get to the one in Scorpio in a minute, but I want to start with May 1st, which is when Pluto goes retrograde at 22 minutes of Aquarius. So Pluto went into Aquarius back in March, and it was, widely talked about by astrologers because Pluto is a generational planet, and so it's big news when it goes into a new sign. But when you also think about Aquarius being the sign of the collective, and also about Pluto being this transformation, you start to think about the Aquarian age or the age of Aquarius, and could this be it? Yes, I do believe that Pluto and Aquarius really does comprise the Aquarian age because of what it represents. I mean, it's going to be in Aquarius for the next 20 years. It's also the first time it's been in Aquarius since the American and French revolutions. And we can already see with France, revolution currently, and America rumblings of the same. But in any case, in your chart, this is the fifth house of love and creativity. And both of those are things that I would attach to Libra, even though this is actually the house of Leo. But I'm not going to talk about the fifth house. I'm going to talk about the fourth house because, like I said, it's only 22 minutes of Aquarius. So as it retrogrades and loses degrees, it's going back into Capricorn very soon, actually on June 11th. And it's been in that fourth house for 15 years in the sign of Capricorn, actually more than that. So it wouldn't necessarily be all that unusual for somebody to go into therapy when Pluto is in the fourth house, because Pluto can be excavation, going, kind of digging deep. And the psyche can be part of Scorpio. And so that is something that may have already occurred for you or to you. But when Pluto is retrograding, I think the interesting thing about that is that you're looking at yourself, deep down within yourself. Yes, Pluto in general can be shadow work, but sometimes when we're digging deeply, is it deeply? We're also looking at other people, and especially, Pluto in the fourth, it can be your mother, it can be your family of origin itself, the family dynamics. And sometimes, I don't know if I'd say it's tempting, but it is not uncommon to see how other people have played into, what has happened to you. But now it's all about you, and you may be like saying to yourself, oh, wow, so that's why I did what I did. So it's more about connecting the dots when it comes to yourself, and maybe some of the patterns that stem from childhood that you choose to bring into this current period of time. And so this might be something that is very fruitful for you, where you're able to really look at things. And I will say that when Pluto's in the fifth house, just even when it's, going direct, this can be a time when relationship, well, I shouldn't say relationship, but love itself is excavated. And what does love mean to you specifically? Actually, you can do a lot of that work right now, looking at your own attitudes and how you've taken them into adulthood. On the 5th of the month, we have that lunar eclipse at 14 degrees of Scorpio, and that does fall in your second house of earned income, which that can be very good for money. I mean, this could be like a breakthrough. Scorpio itself, because it rules the eighth house, can have that connection to money. Actually, Pluto as well, because Pluto rules Scorpio. And so, I mean, this could be like I think that this could even be like an inheritance, even if it's, the second house is more like the money that you earn. But I think of the money that you attract. Maybe this has something to do with investments or something. So a stock suddenly just, shoots up, and then you have so much more money from this. Um, but it can, obviously it can work the other way, where something is eclipsed out of your life that has a financial um, aspect to it. It can even be something that you're able to release. So if you had some kind of a money making venture and you wanted to let it go for some reason, of course, that could always be a job itself. But, maybe it was too lucrative for you to do so, you're able to do so. So maybe even like downsizing, because the second house can be your possessions. And there really is that purging effect with any kind of full moon. But of course, this is a lunar eclipse, but Scorpio is really associated with that kind of purge. And because Libra is a sign, I don't know if well, maybe I would use the word materialistic. Definitely liking nice things. Let's put it that way. Um, that might be something that is not necessarily in your nature to just kind of downsize, minimize possessions or anything like that, but you may be doing so for a specific reason. Um, and of course, it can also be on the psychological level, the spiritual level, where you can see the need for it, and maybe somewhere down the line that you actually do this. On the 7th, Venus goes into Cancer, where Mars has been for a while, since late March. So, this particular area is your 10th house of career. So, Mars has been here, and Mars can have a kind of a scrappy energy of somebody trying to prove themselves, competitive, just hardworking, or devoting a lot of time, having a lot of energy to do something. Venus is more of the cake, or the Venus is languid. This is your ruler. Venus is kind of chill, lying back and receiving the blessings, if you will. Mars is doing the grunt work, or the physical stuff. So this could be like some kind of financial boost, like a raise. So maybe that is connected to the lunar eclipse in the second house. Um, you could meet someone romantically through your career, perhaps. Also, the 10th house is our authority figures. I was saying with Mars there could be clashes with authority figures, but this is like harmony and also maybe them wanting to help you. These are people in positions of authority or influence. On the 14th, Mercury turns direct at 5 degrees 51 minutes of Taurus, almost 6 degrees of Taurus, and this falls in your 8th house. So for any kind of inheritance issues, Mercury can be contracts or documents or any kind of communications about such issues that are connected to inheritance or shared resources. Also loans, debts, and which loans are, and things like that. So if there has been some kind of issue in that area, this could be resolved. On the 16th, Jupiter goes into this area. So I do feel that something with inheritance, or if you're getting divorced and you have this kind of the splitting of your shared resources with someone, that you're going to benefit from that in some way. Jupiter can be expansion. Also, another completely different area with the 8th house is metaphysics, studying astrology or other occult topics like the tarot. That could be the 8th house. Shamanism. And this could be very fortunate for you, studying these types of issues or subject matters. On the 19th, there's a new moon here, so that really emphasizes kind of new direction in this particular area. On the 20th, Mars goes into Leo. Leo is a friendly angle to Libra. This is your 11th house of friendships and group associations, and Mars is very active. Mars can also be combative. So look out for any kind of conflicts with people who you consider friends or acquaintances in groups that you belong to, groups themselves. I mean, Libra tends not to be the one to start these kinds of conflicts. But you may find that you are clashing, whether you say it or not, with these people. And if you do, for any reason, Libra, consider that maybe you've outgrown them. But this can also be about going after something quite vigorously. So whether this is like networking, which a Libra person would be very good at, because you have a lot of social graces, and that can be received very favorably by other people. You may already have a lot of friends to kind of fall back on. And, like if you're starting a business and you're trying to get the word out, yeah, that could be what you're doing as well. This is also about the house of hopes and wishes. So you may just give yourself permission to go after your dreams if you've been kind of, for whatever reason, postponing them. On the 21st, the sun goes into Gemini, fellow air sign, and this is coming from the 9th house for you, Libra. So this is going to usher in expansive energy, kind of Sagittarian-esque energy, and this can also favor long-distance travel. Now that Mercury is direct, this may be a green light to do something along those lines. But anyway, that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.